Obama orders review of policies around the military the police's use of military hardware. A senior Obama administration official said on Saturday that the president's ordered a review of federal programs and funding that enable states and local governments and law enforcement to purchase military equipment. Obama wants to know whether the program beginning after September 11th are appropriate and whether states and local law enforcement are given proper training to use said weapons. The review will be led by a couple offices in the White House. It's going to include the Domestic Policy Council, the National Security Advisor, the Office of Management and Budget, as well as a number of U.S. agencies. Now, this policy was created by Congress, and the policy that sort of got us to where we are in Ferguson. And Ferguson's not the only example. There's tons of counties all across this country that have bulletproof tanks and guns. And I get it. For New York City, you might need that. Maybe for Washington, D.C., you might need that. It makes sense to me, right? I totally get it. But what are you doing in Ferguson with a SWAT team, with tanks, with AK-47s, with all this? What are you doing in a small town where these things can happen? And listen, let me tell you something. The police were just so comfortable, and this was one of the points I made out during the week of where we were watching the protest. The police were so comfortable with using this equipment, tells you that even though the cameras were there depicting it, the question you have to ask yourselves is how many times are the cameras not there where they use this same level of force? Right? That's the real question that we have to ask ourselves. Because I guarantee the answer to that question is probably scary. And we probably really don't want to know. Because I guarantee you all across the country, police departments just like Ferguson are using, tanks and bulletproof vests and tear gas and all these things all the time. All the time. This is not new to them. And it's not new because they were ashamed of using it because it started tear gassing the press. They basically launched a tear gas canister right at the Al Jazeera news setup. They launch it right at them. There's cameras there watching it happen. Come on, America. We could do better than that. I think our police should do better than that. And we should demand that they do better than that. But that requires that we have, like I said before, broken record, we have a conversation about how exactly we deal with community policing in Black and brown communities. Just my 2 cents.